Okay, video take 2. I'm gonna try and condense this one, because the other one was incredibly long and YouTube rejected it. It's like almost 1:30 and I'm very, very, very tired. It was Black Friday today and the mall was a mall. Did you hear the story about the man who got trampled in a Walmart, apparently, like trampled to death? That's sad, but like at the same time, no, it's not even, you can't even say that's funny. No, that's just terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I hate holidays. Not true. Christmas is my favorite time of the year, but the working and the whole consumer part, not fun. Okay, anyway, I made a list of things to respond to. First of all, I want to point out that that is a very creepy song you picked for such a happy family time on your pictures. I am horribly jealous about the fact that you all got to play apples to apples, and I hope someone picked wheat because it's very distinguished and it stands up perfectly straight. Let's see, apparently I'm pregnant, or soon to be, either way, hey, you gotta roll with it. By the way, Jazzy Doodle is exactly like Yankee Doodle. Dead up. Let me see, oh, real quick, are you aware of the panties above your head? Yeah, over here, in your videos? Just, you seemed concerned about the abundance of Coke, but not the panties on the wall. I'm just saying, you probably don't care, but I love that they're there. Let's see, in one of the pictures of Brad and Sam, I think it's like the second photo in your lineup thing, I don't know if you noticed, you probably did, it's probably why it's, what the video is, but Brad is looking directly at Sam's breasts, like just boobs. This is it. Also, in every picture of your father in that chair, it looks like he's about to flip backwards, and that made me laugh pretty hard. And I hope that everyone in your family is very happy that Brad is quite obviously not gay, and I hope that stops any summer sausage giving. Alright, now on to my Thanksgiving and my day. I made a list. This over here, right here, that's an angry cookie, and that is a realistic representation of a turkey. And this is me complaining a lot, and then I think I wrote WTF a whole bunch down here. Alright. Okay, Thanksgiving stories. I'll make these short and sweet. Went to Thomas's for a little while. That was fun. Thomas's youngest son, Steven, is apparently my new boyfriend, and how this happened was he ran up to me and I go, hey, Sam and I were talking about boyfriends, and he comes up and I'm like, hey, you want to be my new boyfriend? And he goes, yes! And I pick him up, and he grabs my shirt and pulls it down, like completely just like bra everywhere, and Sam died laughing, and like all these kids were giggling, and it was quite funny because like he did it to grab support like on my shirt to pull himself up, I think, but that kid got to second base like fast. Anyway, Jaden, this little girl, she was sitting on my lap, and she, we were talking about my collection of boyfriends, and I asked her, I was joking around, and I'm like, hey, do you want to be my boyfriend? And she laughed. She's like 7 or something, and she goes, no, I'm not a boy. And I was joking around with her, and I go, well, I am. And she goes, well, if you're a boy, then why do you have those two big things? And I thanked her for the compliment, and there was much lolling that abounded after that. Ted entered the house and was immediately beaten up by a room full of children, and that was rather entertaining. And yes, I'm going to mention Ted a bunch because I know how much you love it. Okay, we were at Sam and Steve's because Sam, Steve, Ted, and I decided to go back that way, and we were sitting outside, and Sam's sitting down beside me, and Ted's, I'm like clinging to Ted because that's how I roll, and Steve is standing in front of Ted, and Sam goes to pass some pie in front of my face, which was delicious pie, by the way, and she goes to hand it to Steve, and I started laughing about something, or like got embarrassed, I don't know, I doubled over, and like right as the pie was in my face, so I went face first into the pie. I mean, there's nothing but pie. And I thought I only got it in my hair, and it took me a second, and I realized that there was pie in my hair, there's pie on my face, there's pie on my glasses. I mean, there was pie. Pie. So much pie, I need to stop talking about pie. Okay, something else that isn't pie. Alright, work. Let's go on to work. Okay, some interesting stories. There was this chick who came up and she proceeded to look me dead in the eye and say, "Give me a soda." So I'm like, okay. And there was a pause, and she goes, you know, she's like anticipating soda and soda giving, and I don't know how to respond. And I go, "What would you like?" And she's like, "I don't care." So I'm thinking, you're not making this easy for me at all, are you? And I go, "Well, how's a Coke?" And she goes, "That's fine." And I'm waiting and waiting and waiting, and I go, "What size would you like?" And she goes, "I don't care." And I go, "How's a medium?" And she goes, "Whatever." And so I fixed her a medium Coke. And people are like that all the time. They'll come up and buy like 2 cookies and a drink, and they'll be like, "Yeah, I want these 2 cookies and a soda." And I'm thinking, I sell cookies, I don't read minds, what do you want? Okay, there was some various air banding happening. There was a group of like 3 emo boys that ran around the mall, and every once in a while they would burst out into this air band thing. I don't know why, but it provided much humor and brightened my night a little bit. Let me see here. Okay, time to complain. Alright, we are currently out of chewy chocolate and peanut butter batter. Now this doesn't sound like a big deal, but the peanut butter makes 2 different types of cookies. So that means we are out of, what? A grand total of 3 types of cookies, and that's a lot on sales. Our AC machine is broken and has been since September, and the only reason it exists now is to take up space and provide false hope. And the fact that we work in a tiny box, that space is like crucial. I mean, we have like these, here we go. We no longer have cake boxes because we're out, so we're using pizza boxes. And they don't all fit where the cake boxes went, so we have to stack them somewhere. The only place to stack them is on top of the oven. Now, cardboard on hot surface, how does that, what makes sense? What makes sense about that? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. We're out of snickerdoodle batter. And here's the thing about the snickerdoodle. We have our sugar cookies, which we dip in, sprinkles, and I couldn't think of sprinkles. And then we have our snickerdoodle, which we dip in cinnamon. We ran out of snickerdoodle batter, and our boss's brilliant idea is, hey, let's take this the sugar cookie batter and roll it in cinnamon, and nobody's gonna notice. Unsurprisingly enough, nobody has noticed because it's Green Tree Mall. Alright? But still, we have no slice boxes, and slice boxes are crucial in the neatness of delivering slices to the customer. So instead we're putting them in bags, and a slice in a bag doesn't really work because then the slice breaks, and then the customer gets all angry because their snowman has a crack in his face, and that apparently makes the taste level diminish. It's like, this is good snowman, and this is broken snowman. It doesn't work, apparently. I don't know. Best part, we're out of CO2, which is the gas that goes in, or gas, that sounds terrible, we're gassing people. The stuff that goes into the soda to make it all fizzy, and we're out of that. So all our soda's flat, so we can't sell soda. Well, Carol's brilliant idea is to buy 2 liters. Not to get another CO2 tank, but to buy 2 liters. For us to pour people their drinks from the 2 liter. I kid you not. Kid you not. Alright, I'm getting close. Wrap it up. We're out of cheesecake brownies. We're out of fudge brownies. So what they do is they just screw cheesecake. You know, who cares about cheesecake, apparently. And, we got these brownies that you buy, like, off the shelf in some friggin' department store. Shirts, ties, brownies. Anyway, in some, like, big store or whatever, and, we put our icing on it, and their happy day, we pretend they're ours. Yeah. Actually, half the batter that we have in our fridge isn't even ours. Not the Great American Cookie Company general batter. So yeah, and we have like 4 different sodas out of a group of like 6 we used to have, and people who like cream soda are very angry about the fact that we don't have it anymore. I mean, they're a loyal fan group. Alright, I'm getting close. I gotta wrap this up. The day was really long, very terrible. Well, not too terrible. Very tiring, very blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, everything was made, like, nice, because Ted popped up, and I was happy. And I have to do this and act all girly just for you, Aaron, because I love you and I know how much you love hearing about it. So anyway, I'm almost at 10 minutes and I don't want to jinx this, so let's cross our fingers and hope this works, because I'm not making another one. I love you, Aaron. good night.